Xolani, good afternoon once again. I believe political parties are also now weighing in on what they believe will be the impact of this budget speech.
No, thank you very much. As we keep giving you rolling coverage from different political parties, we've spoken to a number of political parties that are represented in the National Assembly, and we get a chance to speak to the economic freedom fighters now, the chairperson of the EFF, Veronica Mente. Veronica, thank you so much for your time. Just close to this budget speech, what are your expectations? There are a lot of expectations, a lot of demands from various quarters. From the EFF, what's important?
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. The budget that is going to be dealt with today, we need it to address and resolve the issues, especially social cluster issues that are facing our people. Today, we see students sleeping outside campuses with no accommodation. CPUT students are victims of that. University of KZN students are victims of that, with no plan in place, and NSFAS running away with no tangible plan and giving answers to the students as to what is going to happen. There are no roads in rural areas. Police cannot go in, ambulances cannot go in. They have to sit with dead bodies because even mortuaries cannot fetch dead people from the rural areas. Bridges have fallen apart. KZN, since the floods, there hasn't been a plan. We're told of 1 billion to date. All those issues that were as a result of the floods of 2 years ago are still not resolved. We want to understand how our state-owned entities are going to be resuscitated and make sure that they are working in order for them to absorb the workforce that is in the country. We have graduates that do not have jobs. How are we going to create jobs so that we have an excess of social workers that are not in the employment system? They have been protesting in and out. We have doctors in excess of more than 1,000. Doctors that are not in the system yet qualifying and readily available to be in the system. So we need a budget that is going to talk to such issues. Simple issues. We don't want anything complicated. We need them to address our people. We don't want them a minister that's going to address us with big English and all those things. We want him to give us a plan as to how are these matters going to be dealt with. We see women giving birth outside clinics because the clinics can only open at 8. Even when they open, there is no facilities that are equipped to take care of women to give birth. We see children in Mahikeng, Northwest, being put in boxes as beds for the children. We do not have proper cares units that are caring for children that need antenatal. So we need a minister that's going to address all those issues, but most importantly, we need to know how are we going to grow this economy of South Africa? How are we going to sustain it? How are we going to industrialize? Where are the factories to make sure that we build things and we cater for our people? We cannot produce many things in South Africa, not even a toothpick, yet we are saying, no, our economy is not growing. We fail to think, we fail to have people in offices that can be innovative enough to make sure that the mines that we have are beneficiating our people. We have mines and the minerals that are taken immediately as raw as they are outside to be processed. Why are we not processing them? So we need a minister that is going to speak to those simple things and be able to allocate budget to those, especially social cluster issues that are very prevalent.
Veronica, as this is the election year, does it change anything in terms of what you expect that the minister could actually address the country in an attempt to appease the masses that are going to go out and vote on the 29th of May?
No, the minister can say whatever he can say for as long as the plan is not tangible. There is no amount of campaigning he can do right now for as long as people will not be understanding what he says. He can say whatever. We hear that the president said they will convert the 350s into a month-to-month basic grant for people. How do you convert a 350 and give it to an unemployed graduate? What do you buy with that? So you cannot then use this particular budget speech to campaign, because campaigning means you ought to put something people can feel and touch, people that can understand what you are saying. It must be something that resonates with the needs of the people. For as long as nothing resonates with the people, therefore it means that the people will not be able to be buying your story or even listen to what the minister is saying. For as long as the minister is not going to do that, then come the 29th of May, we are able to come back here and bring, as the economic freedom fighters, capable people that will be able to allocate budget accordingly to the needs of the people, speak to the needs of the people, consult with different constituencies on their needs, and be able to be transparent with the budget as to what is available, what can be done and what cannot be done.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Veronica Mente, the chairperson of the Economic Freedom Fighters, saying that there is a lot of work that the minister has to do here in the next couple of minutes, and a lot of demands from the education side, from the health side, and many other sectors on the social side as well. A lot is expected of Minister Enoch Godongwana this afternoon. Back to you in studio.
All right, Xolani, thank you so much. We will continue to get updates from you coming out from the Western Cape ahead of the Finance Minister's address. Well,